If you just purchased real plans and are hoping to do a Whole30 in the next few days, then this is exactly the right place for you to be. Let's dive in and show how this can help you. This is the planner. It shows you which day of the Whole30 you're on. If you don't see any reference to the Whole30 here, it's probably because you wanted to start next week, which you can find by clicking here. We give you a rolling 4 weeks of meal plans to cover your Whole30 and beyond. Any initial recipes scheduled before you start are simply there to get you up and running. You can remove them if you want. The meal plan has an automated shopping list that you can view by clicking over here and stays in sync no matter what changes you make to your plan. If you're a visual person, you can expand the planner like this to see all the images. You can then return back to this working version so you can see recipes and the calendar in one go. This meal plan is simply a suggestion. We encourage you to mess around with it all you want. As I just showed, you delete a recipe like this, or add one by dragging it over. You can move recipes from one meal to another, and when you do, you are asked to make a choice about whether you actually want to move it, or if you want to create a leftover from the original recipe. Let's create a leftover for fun. They look like this, and will double the portion size of the original recipe. Leftovers are an important trick to use in the kitchen, so you spend less time cooking. There are many other ways to alter the plan. Behind these dots are a number of actions. You can add a note, add more leftovers, or search for recipes like this. This way shows you recipes one by one. It's a fun way to find dishes you'd not thought of making. You can scroll through them until you find something that inspires you. Let's add this one. You can also schedule a single ingredient if you're thinking of making, say, a few sandwiches for loved ones and don't need a whole recipe. You can also click on any recipe to find suggestions for more sides. Find something you like and then click on the plus sign and add it to the meal. Or do the same thing by filtering over here on course, sides, and then once more dragging a recipe from here. For even more inspiration, you can pop over to the recipe box where you can scroll through big, enticing pictures. The filters on the left are the same as the ones on the planner. Here's another great filter, number of ingredients. It helps you find recipes that are simple to make. By giving a recipe a thumbs up, Real Plans will keep your favorites at the top of all the searches. You're probably used to cycling a handful of recipes over the course of a year anyway. This is a way to keep them close at hand. To add these recipes to the planner from this screen, you click on it and schedule like this. You can also import any recipe from anywhere on the internet and add those to your meal plan too. Yet another way to find recipes is to use the My Pantry feature. You enter ingredients and it'll show you what you can already make and employs use of substitutions too. Click on this question mark for a short video on how this works. It's designed to help reduce the number of trips to the store. All your changes dynamically drive both a timeline that shows you what to do when and the all-important shopping list. When you go to the store, you want to ensure you have one accurate list that covers everything. Therefore, you can adjust the shopping list in multiple ways to make it work for you. It obviously already lists all the ingredients you need for the meals on your plan. We've got you covered there. But before you head out, check off what you already have in the kitchen. Perhaps you want to ensure you get more of something, more than what the recipe calls for. So add a few extra by clicking on the ingredient and modifying the quantity like this. You can also click on an ingredient and check off Always Have It, so it never shows up as something you need to buy. Alternatively, you can add an extra thing you want to get, like this, and even choose to have it show up every week regardless of the recipes you've planned. You can always check it off if you have enough of it for some future week. It's simply a reminder to pick up staple items. You can even set a food category to a different shop. You can always reverse any of these decisions by going to the Got It tab and clicking here. Then either print or email the list to yourself, or if you have a smartphone, download the app, log in, and check off the same ingredients as you wander around the store in real time. The list gets smaller as you gather everything. It's really fun. You should try it. In settings, you can refine your automated meal plan further by changing your diet or adjusting your schedule. There are even pre-made templates you can pick from that have been created by the Whole30 headquarters. Whole30 Reintroduction is similar to the main Whole30 screens, except you can specify when you want to introduce things back in. Plus, there's a reintroduction category in the recipe box if you want to add them into your plan manually. In advanced settings, one thing of note is that you can review what equipment you have in the kitchen so we don't automatically schedule recipes for you can't physically make. And that's it. If you want more in-depth help, check out support or contact one of our support agents here. We're super excited to have you with us and wish you a great Whole30.